El micro está on.
Okay, we're talking about fallas in Valencia. My Spanish teacher told us that people either love fallas or hate fallas, that there's no in between. And I'm thinking now that it's probably true. So people either love fallas so much that when they burn the ninots at the end, they're crying, or they hate fallas so much that they leave town for like 3 weeks. Before I experienced fallas, I just thought it was a festival in Spain in March. Fallas does go from March 15th to the 19th, but it is so much more and so much longer. So fallas are actually their like community centers. They have like a rented building. And they're doing stuff all year. They're doing fundraisers, doing, I don't know, paella competitions. I'm not sure what else they do. It's kind of secretive, but I did get to go into a falla. And they also have these like matching sweatshirts called polars, and they're like the color, you have like the color of the falla. Okay, so let's get nerdy. There's a few theories about the history of las fallas. Everyone can agree that fallas comes from the history of the carpenters in Valencia. During the winter, they used to put their candles on these wooden planks, and then in the spring, since it was lighter, they didn't need them, so they would put them in the street and burn them. And then they started building kind of figurines of people in the neighborhood. Later on, they became kind of satirical sort of messages or critical against certain politicians. It evolved. Of course, the Christians had to make it into something not pagan. They made the date coincide with the patron saint Joseph, the patron saint of carpenters. Look, the ninjas are in the park.
Wow, Karate Kid.
Okay, so whereas I thought fallas was maybe a week at the most, or 5 days, it actually starts like the beginning of March. You start hearing fireworks, you see them hang flags up on the streets, and then as the month goes on and it gets closer to, you know, the 15th through the 19th, things get louder. People have more parties. You see more falleros doing stuff in the streets. I remember one day I went to the grocery store. I was hauling my groceries home, and this guy was like in the alley, and he was like waving me to like move, and I was like, I'm in a public street, like don't tell me where to go. And I was just like ignoring him because I was on the phone, and then there was this huge blast. It was like a bomb. It like shook my heart, my soul. It shook my soul and the buildings. And I was like, so fallas can be very, very, it can be scary if you don't like sudden loud noises. It can be unpleasant because there will be fireworks going off all the time. And stick your head out the window. It's like constant firecracker sounds. You gotta watch your feet. So if you're walking in a place and there's like an open space with no people, if you love sudden loud noises that come out of nowhere, then it is a festival for you. So as it gets closer to fallas, they start blocking off the streets. They erect these big tents for the fallas. That's where they have their parties and their music for that week. And then they start putting together the ninots, which are the figurines, the really tall figurines that they burn at the end of the festival. Again, another misconception I had. I thought fallas was just like about the burning of the ninots, but it's like there's like 1,000 traditions. It's just like, what? There's another ritual you do? Like another one? So they have these clothing. The women have these beautiful dresses, which I think are very expensive. I personally want one of the men's outfits because they like look like these fancy pirates. They look so cool. So the 16th is like the children's night. So I don't know, it's like the party for the children. I was invited to a fallas in my friend's pueblo. They had this like huge party in the street in this small town. And like all of the teenagers of the village were there, like everyone was there. And then the 17th, they have the Virgin Mary. So people bring fresh flowers, like tons of fresh flowers, and they build this giant statue of Virgin Mary out of like just flowers. It's beautiful, and they like present like the falleros of each neighborhood. Spanish people love mascletas, which are shows of like really loud firecrackers put off right in front of the town hall, and they do this every single day at 2 p.m. I didn't really get to go to a mascleta for various reasons. I tried to go to one, it was a dud. I guess I'll have to go next year. Sad. Okay, and then on the 19th, this is the most exciting day. In the afternoon, they have this pyrotechnic parade, basically. It's called the Correfoc. So there's these people dressed as demons, basically. I don't know, it's like the parade from hell, and it's really cool. And then at the end, there's this big fireworks show. And then later on, they start burning the ninots.
Me llamo Erika y grabo todos los días. Yo tengo mi pom pom, pom 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 pom, pom pom.
Are you ready? The one we went to, all the falleros, they had these fuses. I didn't know what was happening, but the fuses were all connected to the ninot. They had the fuses with these little like circles on them, which I also didn't know what they were. And I was like, with my camera, like as close as I could be, I was like, yay! And then they all lit the fuse at the same time, and it was like huge, just like. We were being attacked by pure noise. And it was like terrifying, and I didn't know what was gonna happen, and I like started running back to my friends. Yeah, but then, so the fuses, it like lights off all these firecrackers, and then it lights up the ninot, and it just bursts into flame. And then like the pieces of paper or wood were like flying into the air. Like I thought my hair was gonna catch on fire. It was scary, it was awesome, so fun. So, did I love it or hate it? I would say I made a big mistake and started a new job the week of Fallas. I think the right way to do it is to just take off a bunch of days and just party. So I was trying to like learn how to do this new job and then also enjoy Fallas. I would also say that it's a bit long, like 3 weeks of firecrackers going off like all the time, like when you're trying to sleep, trying to take a nap, trying to work. Most of the Valencians I know who have lived here their whole life, they are not fans of Fallas. I think if you're a fallero and you're in a falla, it's super fun. But if you're just like trying to live and work, it's just a lot of noise. It's a lot of mischief. It's just very long. So that's my experience of Fallas. If you get the chance, you should come to Valencia. Whether you're Spanish or from somewhere else, you should definitely come, experience Fallas. It's a blast. It's like the whole city turns into Las Vegas. Like people are drinking in the streets, there's music everywhere, fireworks everywhere. So fun. You should definitely come see it one time in your life. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.